As a filmmaker, there are 1 million things to spend money on. Cameras, lenses, even lighting equipment could cost you thousands of dollars. So when we think about buying a tripod that does such a simple basic task of just holding up our camera, naturally we want to cheap out on something like this. And we want to try to save money to use it on other things that we might want to buy, like cool anamorphic lenses. So most of us end up rocking terrible, cheap tripods for a long time until we realize that there's a much better world out there. Well, the truth is that you don't have to fight with your tripod to get it leveled, or you don't have to worry about getting it tapped on set and it falling over and breaking and smashing thousands of dollars worth of your gear. Finally, we have a tripod that has checked every single one of my boxes, and it comes at a very affordable price. And the tripod that we're talking about today is the SQ75 with the VHS 10 head. The tripod's constructed with aluminum, plastic, and steel components. If you remove the tripod base, then you'll see that the feet are spiked to use on grass, sand, or other environments. Now the sticks themselves are pretty lightweight, and they have really easy to use latches to lock on the leg height. One of my favorite features that Sirui added to this tripod was this little handle. And even though it's such a simple feature, it makes a huge difference because you could quickly undo the latches, use this handle to move the tripod up and down, and get your desired leveling and height that you want for your tripod. But even if you just want to take the tripod and grab it and move it around, you could easily do that with the handle. And there's so many tripods out there, even expensive tripods, that don't have this simple little feature. And then what's cool is that they have this little hex key that stores right into the middle of the handle, and you can easily take it out just in case you want to tighten or loosen the handle to take it off. Now this tripod also comes with a center spreader, so you can easily spread out the tripod legs if you need it to get a little bit lower and a little bit wider. And what I like about this is that it kind of gives you a sense of stability, knowing that like if you put the legs a little bit wider, it has a wider base, and if someone taps it or moves it on set or a crew member knocks into it, you know that your gear is safe and it's not going to topple over. This tripod does come with a soft bag, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I would not consider this like a real protective bag. So if you are looking to check this into the airport, I definitely suggest getting a bigger, more sturdier bag with some padding on it to protect your tripod. This bag definitely is not going to do that. So just think about that if you are traveling with it. However, if you're just traveling locally with it and you're just throwing it into your car, I think the bag is fine. Now let's take a look at my favorite aspect of this tripod, and that's by far the VHS 10 head. This head is loaded with features and probably my favorite aspect of this tripod, and probably my favorite head I've ever owned. Starting from the top down, the actual plate itself is extremely easy to use to take the camera on and off. I don't know about you guys, but I have dealt with my fair share of tripods that say that they're quick release plates, or other tripods like Manfrotto tripods that you gotta kind of like slide into the head. And it's super annoying. Sometimes I'm sitting there for a few minutes fighting with my tripod just to get this thing on the head. And not only is it ridiculous, but it's also embarrassing on set when clients are looking at you and you have to quickly set this up on a tripod. It feels ridiculous. With this tripod, this really is a quick release plate. I can quickly throw this on, and then it has a little latch on the right side of it where you could tighten, and boom, your camera's set up and ready to go on the tripod. Another one of my favorite features about the head is the fact that it has 2 leveling meters on the top and the bottom of the head. And I was extremely happy to find that there was like this little red button that when you press it, it lights up the leveling meter. Now, I have been in plenty of situations in my life where I have been in studio environments and outside environments where I'm in dark places where I can't really see the leveling meter. And what do we have to do? We gotta take out our phone, click on the flashlight, angle it in the right position to try to find the bubble. But now I just press the button and I could quickly level it. And speaking of leveling the head, even if your tripod itself is all out of whack and all out of level, you could just unscrew the base of the head and move it around so you could properly level your tripod head. Now, the real star of the show, especially when we're talking about the head, is the counterbalance knobs. This tripod has these tension knobs that allow you to help counterbalance your camera on the tripod head. Now, what does this mean?
So like the way the counterbalance, with 0 counterbalance, it's gonna fall, right?
Wow.
With too much counterbalance for a heavier camera, it'll want to return, right?
No kidding.
So one of the really cool things about this one is when you're operating it, it's less to fight. Remember the other one when you're operating and you're kind of having to hold it with your muscles?
Yes,
this is not that. This is like
Oh, that's awesome. When you increase the tension on the tripod for the tilt and the pan access, you can easily pan and tilt your camera to get smooth, stabilized movement, which, like, in my mind, for the price and what you're getting out of this tripod, there is nothing on the market that matches this. And everything to me about the head screams quality. It feels like it's made with sturdy material and it's gonna last and stand the test of time, which is such an important factor when you are thinking about investing in film equipment. Now let's quickly talk about the specs. This tripod comes in at 13 pounds and it can hold up to 22 pounds of a payload capacity. Now, just for you guys at home, when you don't really understand what 22 pounds is, because I sure as hell don't, my camera weighs about 18 to about 20 pounds fully rigged out. Right now, with this tripod packed with all of its features, you could get this for under $425. That to me is an absolute steal, and for a second I want to talk about who this tripod is actually for. In my mind, this is a professional tripod at an extremely affordable rate. I think that it's great for filmmakers that are working on indie budget short films, documentaries, or even smaller commercial projects. Anyone that is in that low to mid budget filmmaking, I think that this is the perfect tripod for you. Like I keep saying, this tripod's packed with features, and I think that it's a great bang for your buck. I mean, in my opinion, I think that the head itself is worth $400, and the fact that you get the head and the tripod all for a package of just $424 is pretty mind-blowing, and I gotta say is exciting in terms of film gear, because it means that these companies are able to pack a lot more value in a much more affordable package, which is exciting for filmmakers, not just for this product, but for any product that we might want to buy in the future. Now, if you guys want to buy this tripod, I'll leave a discount code and a link to buy it down below. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping in and hanging out. My name is Alex Zarfati, and I'll see you guys next week. Deuces.